I'm live. Hello, everyone. Ah, here we are. Um, I have some neat stuff for tonight. I really do. I'm so excited. I just saw this the other day and I thought, wow, what a great idea. So I wanted to share it right away. So, how's everybody doing? How are you keeping cool? Are you keeping cool? It's not easy. I mean, I know it's been like a little bit cooler outside in the like overnight, but during the day, I don't know. I guess that humidity just ooh. But I started cleaning out my pavilion today because birds put nests in all the corners, and what a mess they made. Oh, I had dirt and mud and feathers and all kinds of junk all over the place. So I was busy with that all day and washing all my covers that are on my furniture out there just to because everything was all full of bird mess and stuff. So that's all cleaned up now. And then I took a nap out on the pavilion this afternoon. That was really nice. Hi, Brenda, Connie, Carol, bird poo, yuck, yeah. Yes. I am so glad for Sunbrella fabric on furniture because it definitely cleaned up nice. Like I was able to go out there and just really wipe it, spray it with some spick and span spray or something like that, and just get it all taken off. It was, ugh. Hey, Susie. So here we are. What's happening? Let's see. We have today is the 14th, right? Yes, today's the 14th. We have the Library of Warnersville on the 28th. That's really, really late this month. But the 28th is the fourth Wednesday. Catalogs are here, guys. The new winter, the mini catalogs. I've got, let me show you September to December. Um, this on the front here, cute little punch. I might have to actually do something with that next week, maybe. Um, it's a cute set, and I can see it being made into Halloween stuff. I will see. I'll see what I come up with. Let's see what else is happening. Oh, I gotta show you something. This just came today too, along with my catalogs. I think this is cute. Stephen didn't do so great with Halloween this year, I don't think. But one thing they did do that was pretty cool is this. Can you see it pretty well? Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, that's better. This is the Haunted Home kit. So this is a kit. Hi, Karen. This is a kit to make that house, and I think that's really cute. And you know what? I saw a lady on Facebook that did the whole thing this way and then did it inside out and made the inside outside she decorated for Christmas. It's really cute. So she has it for Halloween and then she can turn it inside out and do it for Christmas. So I thought that was a really, really pretty neat idea. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that kit because I think it's really cute. And it just came out, has everything you need, all the pieces and everything. They're all cut, ready to go. You just got to glue it all together, put it all together. And I was thinking it would be fun to do a class with that. That everybody would buy the kit and we put it all together. I don't know if anybody would be up for that or not. If you would, let me know. And I'll see what I can do about finding a place to do it. Um, let's see. What else do we have? We have the mini catalog. The sales for the mini catalog will be starting September um 3rd, I believe. It's usually the Tuesday that starts, so that should be September 3rd. And does it say? No, it says no, it does not. Okay, and I always forget to look. Sorry, guys. But it's the beginning of September. If you see something in the catalog you want to order, just let me know, and I'll see what I can do back in it for you. Let's see what else. Shimmer, I got shimmer in. Um, that was something I was telling you could get from Amazon, and guess what? Amazon doesn't have it. So I went out on a search to try to find it, and I did find it. So if anybody needs a bottle of shimmer, that's this little stuff here. As Christmas is coming up, this stuff is important. Although what I'm going to show you tonight, I don't know, you're going to see this and say, okay, we could do that instead of shimmer. Yep, you could. You'll see. What else is happening? Okay, anybody who is watching me on YouTube, and Karen, thank you for commenting on YouTube, because it gives me a test that I can see. Randy's unboxing. Hi, how are you? It gives me a chance to see your comments, see that your comments are coming out. And I like that. I'm glad to see people commenting there. Plus, if you comment on Facebook or on YouTube anytime this week, I will put your name in this little box and then I will reach in. Hey, I'm great. How are you? And Brenda, you get tonight's card. So whoever's name I pull out of here, they get the card for tonight. I'm good. How are you doing? Hey, okay, so Brandy's unboxings and more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me who you are. Pretty well. That's good. Okay, so what are we gonna do tonight? Oh, Brenda, I'm glad you're happy. You're actually gonna have your choice. There's two cards that we're making tonight. One's for Halloween and one is for um fall. So you get to pick which one you want. So at the end, when you see them both, you can tell me which one you want. Today is the 14th. Okay, I always have to make myself a note right away or I forget. Oklahoma. Well, that's really neat to see you from Oklahoma. How's the weather there? I don't know. It is so hot and humid here. It's just crazy. What else do I have going on? I think I told you everything that's going on. Warrensville Library is the 28th, and then the following week is already the beginning of September, and that will be Warrensville Library again, 5 to 7. Don't forget. Okay, because I'm going to have some neat stuff going on by then. I started getting my preview stuff for Christmas, and 100 today in Oklahoma. Ay, ay, ay. Hi, Kathy. Oh, gosh, that's hot. Yeesh. So I started getting some Christmas stuff in. That should cool you off. And I also I ordered one thing that is a fall thing, which I'm not doing today, maybe next week. It is called More Than Autumn, and it has some pumpkin spice lattes and pumpkin pie and things like that. And we'll see what we can do with that. Today, I'm going to make a Halloween card that is not from any kind of Halloween sets or anything like that. It's just an idea that I saw. I saw a demonstrator did one sort of similar to it on on her yeah on her web page, and I thought it was a cute idea, and so I sort of copied it, but I changed it up. Well, actually, I changed it up quite a bit. And then Brandy Cox, who I follow her a lot. I get some great ideas from her. Um, she went through. Oh, thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that. I love it when everybody shares my site out. I really do love that. So, Brandy Cox is a demonstrator who does. She's a very high sales. Does some neat stuff. Comes up with some neat ideas. And her thing this month, I took it and ran with it. I'm not doing anything that she did on her YouTube videos. I am doing something totally different, but I'm using these things because you know what? This is just one of those things that I forget I have. And now I remember, and I'm going to start using it. They are metallic enamel effects. They come in silver, copper, and gold, three in a pack for $15. And pearlized enamel effects, which come in real red, white, and black. Again, three in a pack for $15. They go for a long way, and you are going to see tonight some really cool things you can do with them. Brandy did some neat stuff on her live the other day, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, I never think to use that stuff, and I should because it's so me. I love glimmer and shimmer and shine, and this does it. So these are cool. These are some really cool cards. So I'm getting me out of the picture, guys. Hey, Inga, how are you? I'm going to get me out of the picture, and I think, yes, I am. There it is. And show you my really messy paper because I was working with this right before I went live. So this is the mess that's left over. It's not too bad, but it is, right? Okay. You're good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, Brandy, I'm sorry you have to go, but hey, watch the replay. Yeah, the replay on YouTube or on Facebook. It's out there. It'll be out there for forever. Have a good evening. Okay, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. What do you see? Okay, this is the first one. Halloween. Is it cute or what? Okay, we're gonna start with this one now. In creating my sample, I one thing that I did have to do is I had to kind of rearrange the order of how I was putting this together because this shimmer, the one thing about this that you need to be aware of, isn't that cute? The one thing that you have to be aware of with these enamel effects is they need time to dry. So you can't put it together and run. You have to put it together ahead of time or do your pieces ahead of time. And I'm going to try and show you some stuff. Okay, what did I use? For this background, I used um, Grassy Grove. That is an old set. I know a lot of you have this. In fact, Carol, I know you have it. This is the one with the deer, and then it has it has this. Okay, so it's a cool set. It's a good set to have, and I'm hoping that a lot of you have it, that you can use it. And if you don't have this one, there is another one that I was thinking of using, and it's the newest, the one with the birds for the Christmassy one with the birds. I forget what it's called, but that I think would also be a perfect outside frame for this. But I like this one better. Okay, so let me show you where we start. The first thing you really need to do, okay, actually, the very first thing you need to do is die cut all your stuff. Now, I have this mini alphabet die set, okay, and I cut this out. It cuts out all the letters of the alphabet, and luckily it has two O's. So I have my BOO. Now, what I do with these letters when I'm done is I'm saving them all in a little box here so that when I need letters, I already have them cut out because it cuts out the whole alphabet. And of course, when you need one, it won't be one you need won't be in the box. But hey, it's an idea anyway, right? So I'm going to stick these all in this box right away before I have a fan going and I don't want them to blow away. So I'm going to put them in the box right away. Keeping out my BOO that I'm going to use. And I also ran my Grassy Grove through. Now, that piece, when you take it apart, okay, I'm gonna be over here on the side a little bit for a minute, just trying to get all the leafy stuff out of this. And then I gotta show you how this works. Because I am kind of forgotten myself. You have to punch out all the pieces, the little pieces, but you have to cut it to the size you want. And when I made my first one, I cut it too big, and the whole thing, after I had my shimmer dots on it and was setting it aside to dry, I realized that I had to cut it down. I did it too big. That was kind of a little bit of a frahoodle. Okay, so, and yes, frahoodle is a word that I made up. Okay, I'm just trying to get the rest of these letters out. Smack them. Well, okay, so anyway, this die is the mini alphabet die. And if you don't have an alphabet die, I mean, if you have an alphabet die, I'm sure it will work. Any of them will work. But if you don't have one, I kind of like this one because it's a nice size. The only thing I do not like about it is it doesn't have numbers. And of course, now the latest paper pumpkin has number stamps. So, yeah, there's always fussy cutting. Okay, that's that. Mini alphabet dies. It has your question mark and ampersand and exclamation point, all that, well, letters, but no numbers. That's the only problem with it. There is another alphabet die out right now, too. These are both available right now, so you're back. Who's back? Oh, did you lose me? Yes, Grassy Grove and Die Set is still in the annual catalog. Grassy Grove is this set. Okay, I think I got caught up with everybody's questions. I don't watch as good as I should, but every now and then I look up and see all these questions and think, oh, but you guys are taking care of it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this guy down, and I'm going to want it to be 4, except that's 4. By 5 1/4. And I'm going to cut a little bit off of each side to get it to your 5 1/4 so that it's nice. And actually, if it's a little more than 5 1/4, that's okay. Let me just mess that up. Wait, what happened? Well, I don't know what happened there, but it's not down. So I'm going to have to trim this off. And now my scissors are above me missing. Isn't that just peachy? But that's okay. I will cut this up. I don't know what happened there. I think I was trying to cut too small a piece. And that happens sometimes, but whenever something like that gets screwed up, you can always fix it. And as I always tell people, I always know how to fix it because I have screwed it up at least once that way. I'm pretty good at that. Which die, Brenda? The alphabet die? Yeah, and this even. Yeah, this is I've used this before for classes too. So it does come in handy. Okay, so there we have done that. Now we have our boo. And I want to highlight that in silver. And because I need it to dry, I need to have some drying time. I'm using my silicone sheet. And I'm going to set it right on there. And I'm taking my metallic, my silver metallic effects. This is not hard to use at all. You don't have to use a lot of pressure on it. I just kind of put my fingernail on the one edge to keep it where I want it. And the more you use it, the more you get used to how it flows out of the bottle. Now, okay, let me just preface this by saying it doesn't have to be exact. It's a cute little Halloween card. Don't stress over it. I am going to add a little bit more of this side. There we go. Hi, Joey. I see Joey. I hear Joey. Joey's jingling. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, and this is where these enamel effects come in really cool. So let me tell you, when I first saw them, my first thought was, okay, take a silicone sheet and just do dots, right? And now you don't have to buy gems or sequins or anything because now you got them and you can get them in gold, silver, and copper when you get this set, right? So I thought, what a good idea. Well, the more I'm using these for other things, the cooler I'm thinking they are. They really do some neat stuff. So what I did with this is I just do some dots across the top, up and down. Just little dots, don't nothing fancy. And then set the whole thing aside to dry. Now, I've got one that I did earlier so that we don't have to wait for this to dry. You can use the heat gun to help to dry them to speed up the process a little bit if you want to do that. Okay, I'm reading that. Oh, Susie, yes. Yeah, for a hunter, that's great because then it also has the deer too. So, yeah, it does come in handy. Okay, so here's these. I'm going to just set these aside to dry now, but I do have one already ready to go when we're ready for it for the card. Just, you know, just so you know. Now, we are taking our piece of white. Okay, and we are taking gorgeous grape and pumpkin pie. And we are going to, now this, the only part that's tricky about this, usually I tell you go with a very light hand, but we want these pieces, these colors to be pretty vibrant. So you don't have to go with too light of a hand, but you're going to go kind of catty corner, from corner to corner. And the one thing you do want to be careful of is if you get too light where you're putting your purple and your orange together, you're going to get brown. So you want to get this pretty vibrant all the way up to the center. Don't, if you do lighten it up in the center, then kind of plan on having a light spot in the center. Okay, so just swirl it in there. If you have some lighter spots you want to fill in, just keep adding and going at it. I think that looks pretty good. That is the pumpkin pie. And then gorgeous grape is going to go at the top. I didn't get too perfect there with my corner to corner, really. But keep an eye on what's happening here. This is the part where you really have to watch. Oh, I have to give. Oops, move the part away from me. Sorry, Susie. I have to give a shout out to Linda. Linda is in Europe. She started out in London and then they went to Scotland and Ireland. And she actually tuned in to say hi and get a comment in last week. So I just wanted to say hi. Hope you guys are having a good time. Now I want to make sure I have some dark because I want this to look like a night sky kind of. So I want to get it good and dark. So I'm using Gorgeous Grape, which I think is the darkest of the purples that we have, other than Blackberry Bliss, but I didn't like that for Halloween. Okay, so there we go. Now we have a little separation here. That's okay. I like that better than brown. The first one I did, I kind of got too close between the two and they blended together. The orange and the purple blended together. And like I said, they made brown and I didn't like that at all. That just didn't look good. So if you have a little bit of a white spot there, it's okay because you're going to see why in a second. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some little sprinkles in here to make it kind of look like stars. We're going to take our marker, a Stamp and Write marker. We're going to use the paintbrush end and we're just going to flick it against the lid of the marker. And it's going to kind of spit little. You have to make that sound effect when you're doing it too. That's important. Okay, see? Now, can you see what we have here? See? Okay, and you get it on your fingers too. It's just the way it works. So I'm going to wipe the lid off good when I'm finished here. Okay, the last thing we're going to do now, this is the one I just did. I'm not using it. I have one here that I did earlier today, and I'm going to use it because it's dry. Okay, it's going to get glued down, not doing dimensionals or anything. So what I'm basically going to just do is put a little thin line of glue around the outside edge. Oh, and ladies who are on my team, Kathy liked the sound effect. Ladies who are on my team, we do have a Zoom meeting tomorrow, and I did not send out an email about it. I'm sorry. I got myself kind of behind on everything this week. There's been stuff going on, and my mom is having issues, and I needed to take care of some stuff. So I was doing a lot of stuff there and got kind of backed up on everything else. But there is a meeting tomorrow, and it's just going to be a short one, just to kind of say hi and everything. 7:30 tomorrow night. I will send out I'll send out a reminder tonight, and I'll send out the the Zoom link. Okay, so we have our letters. We also these I did earlier again because I was afraid those other ones weren't going to be dry. So we're just going to put the word blue, and you can put it cockeyed or straight or however you want. You can put an exclamation point at the end if you wanted to, or you can just do it like that. Now, the easiest way I found to do this, because it is kind of small, these letters are small, is to just use my little handy glue gun. Brenda, I saw you've been doing a lot of crafting stuff, little crafting things with your little group. Brenda has a group called the Crafty Chicks that does a lot of different kind of craft stuff. I really need to stick with the card making at this point because I don't have time for anything else. I don't even have time for scrapbooking, but I don't really have much to scrapbook because we don't go anywhere. That's a whole story. Otherwise, okay. I had a stamp set somewhere that had a spider in it. It's something Reed Cottage Wreaths, and I put the spider over here, but I think I'm going to put this spider like here. That he kind of looks like he's heading into or out of the tree, or even yeah, maybe over here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I like it there. And then I just took some of the gingham, the black and white gingham, which the latest one is an off-white. It's not black and white, but I still have a bunch of the black and white left over, so I'm going to use that. Before I glue this down to my card front, I'm putting the ribbon on. And I'm doing it the way I always do it. For me, guys, this is the easiest way to do it. Okay, put your ribbon around, tape it to the back. And around here. Tape it. Now you can either do a faux bow or you can do a full bow. I did a full bow on this one because I kind of liked the way that looked. So, and this gingham ties into a bow so very nicely, I think. So, yeah, just what the heck. Let's just do a bow. Of course, while I'm live, this bow is not going to tie as nice as I think it should. I want to give a shout out to Pam. If you're watching anytime in the next couple of days, Pam and I got together. Pam lives in Arizona, but she's visiting this area because she has two new grandchildren that were just born. And we get together the other day for lunch, and it was very nice. I had a very nice time talking with you, and I know you said you were going to try and find me live, and there my bell worked. Yay! Okay. Um, let's see. Side. So now I just have my card back base, which I use pumpkin pie, and that's the normal card base size. Just glue this on, and I'm gonna point out that when I was doing this one, I did this. I did the enamel effects earlier in the day today. I told you that already. I messed this up over here a little bit. but I don't really think it's that noticeable. And I'm going to show you another little trick. You messed up. You take your black marker and you just go over, like, I streaked that a little bit. I don't think you can see it now. I think that just covered it right up. Now these ends are sticking up for me, so I'm going to take a look, stick you on there. These are dry, so I'm going to have them getting messed up with the block sitting on top. And that's my card. I like the effect of the purple and orange, and I like this die cut that is here. This is one that's been around for a while, and I hope it's around for a while more because it's just a very handy one to have. Okay, next one, and this one we've done these before. I'm using let me put that like that so that holds that down. Um, it is the leaves, the hybrid leaves dies. Here we go, changing leaves, this one. Okay, this is what I'm using. And this is what we're going to end up with. Although I have started changing it up just a little bit, and we'll see how. Now, I used the enamel effects. Let me show you this. This is another one these are so useful for so many things that I really never thought about. But just to make a different background, if you don't want to emboss the back, or I don't know. Okay, so let me show you how I did this. I took a piece of polypropylene paper. I drew lines on my graph paper, every other one, just for my own spacing, to watch the spacing. I cut this piece 4 by 5 1/4, and I put it on my graph paper near those lines. Now, I went outside the lines a lot, so they didn't help all that much, but they kind of gave me a place to start. Yes, you can. You can use stuff you have. What's out of inventory, Brenda? The Grove? Wow. That's an old one, too. I wouldn't have thought that one would be out. Okay, I'm off the paper, so I got to take it up here anyway. But you can see I drew lines here, and that's just to keep these so that I don't have the leaf one is out of, okay. That should be back pretty quick. I think that one was kind of popular. But if you have any stamp sets, look through your stamp sets from fall of last year. There was a very nice leaf stamp and die set last year. So you could use that for this too. Let me show you. Okay, so I took my enamel effects gold, and all I did was just made squiggly lines, freehand, just scribble every other place where I had these double lines over here to the side. Now, when Brandy was showing this, she did the same thing, except she made straight lines. I can't make straight lines just freehand like this. They gotta be really, really, really informative. Okay. She did like a plaid, but she had these, see how these globs, you get these globs at the beginning? I like them. They don't give me a problem. She cut off the ends so that her lines went straight across without the globs. And that was pretty neat. Okay. But I just wanted to show you how I did this one. I'm not using this because it's not going to be dry in time. I did one ahead of time, and it is dry. Here it is. Then I cut out my leaves, okay, and and I started playing with these later, and I like this even better. I don't know if you can see how shimmery these are. Okay, first of all, that one I took the gold metallic effect, and I just outlined the veins and the leaves. But then for this one, and this is what I'm going to do for this, I took the copper and I put the copper on top of the pumpkin, and I kind of put it down the veins on all of these leaves. Do it quickly because we're going to keep going. Wait till you see what we're going to do here. Okay, we're going to take this line all the way down to the bottom. Okay, then we are going to take a sponge and we are going to destroy it. So we're going to wipe it off, but we're shimmering it into all of the little peaks and valleys that are on these leaves, and I just think that's beautiful the way that comes out. Can you see that? Isn't that neat? So we're going to take our squiggly lines. We're going to take our, I didn't do this one ahead. I did these little ones, and they would look good like that too. I did the same thing with these guys. With the copper, you could maybe arrange a couple of them on there if you wanted to, but I kind of like this big one. So I'm going to just put the big one on here. And then I'm going to take, I used a little note to brighten your day. And I'm doing it in early espresso. And I want to just try something a little bit different here. Now I am going to trim this off first. And what I'm kind of thinking, and I don't know if this is going to work, I didn't try this before, but I was thinking about putting my squiggly lines in copper underneath it, just little. And then if you don't like that, you could always smear that too. Yeah, it kind of carries the squiggly line thing through. Okay, this is going to go on dimensionals. Well, both of them are going to go on dimensionals. And it's not quite dry, but it's dry enough for me to stick it down. I'm sticking dimensionals on all the leaves. Stick that over there, and This isn't dry, so but I am going to stick dimensionals on it. I'm taking a chance here that I'm not going to touch the front and mess it up. It just it just looks playful, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Um, then it's going to go on an early espresso back that will frame it up in a nice dark color, and I think that that's just what it calls for. And something that I did not do on my sample that I really think should happen is a little bit of a piece of linen thread tied in a bow. When you look at these squiggly lines, it's hard to make sure it's straight. Here, it's straight. Oh, cool. I'm glad everybody likes that. I love this background stuff with these. And I'll tell you what, Brandy did the thing she did with the plaid. She used real red on melon mambo. Boy, did that come out cool. It was very tropical, summery kind of looking. So, I mean, it was really neat. It really, and she did, no, that's too small. She did something with the little rose stamp with that, and then her roses were in the melon mango. It was very pretty. And the background just, I don't know, it just looked whimsical kind of. Um, and the color combination is so cool. Okay, that's just going to go right there. And I think this has got plenty of pizzazz and glitz and glam already that you don't need to worry about anything like sequins or anything like that. I think I said that already. Well, there you go. Very shimmery. Kinder, Kinser Crafts. Hello, hello to you. Okay, so these were our two cards. Halloween card without a Halloween set, and a full card using enamel effects in both. Brenda, you get to pick one. You want the Halloween card or do you want the fall card? Thanks, Susie. And I like it, just says a little note to brighten your day. I just think that's a neat little sentiment, because then you can use on the inside, you can just make it into a nice little note card, right? Oh, well, you can watch it on YouTube. It'll be posted up there as soon as I'm finished. You want to do the Halloween card, you bet. Um, and you can watch a replay on these. Carol, I know you love this time of year, and these are nice ones to do that you don't need a special set for. And I know you have. I know you have this one, so that one will work out well for you too. I hope you guys all start to use your enamel effects now, because I'll tell you what, I have had them laying around here for a year and I don't think I've hardly touched them at all. And I am going to start using them a lot. Brenda, I'm putting this aside for you for the next time I see you, or maybe I better stick it in the mail for you since it's a Halloween card. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. Or unless, are you going to come to the library next week, next Wednesday afternoon? Yeah, next Wednesday afternoon. Warnersville. Maybe I'll see you there, and then I'll have it for you. Okay, thanks for joining me, everybody. I'm so glad you enjoyed these cards, and I'm glad that they can fit in with your their cards that you can do without having special sets. Well, except this one, you do need that. But, hmm, wow. Oh no, I touched it. That's okay. It's gonna dry. It'll be fine. Okay. Yo. Have a good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me, and I'm glad you enjoyed the cards. I will see you next week. Yes, Warrersville is on the 28th from 1:30 to 3:30. See you then.